The Adventures of Esmeralda, Emergency PM. Esmeralda is an admin at a particular office down south. She's having a good old morning, sipping on some tea, but she's got no idea what's about to go down. Esmeralda is kind of laid back, doesn't like to ruffle any feathers, doesn't like to be in the limelight, likes to take it a little bit easy. But something's about to happen that's going to change her entire project management outlook. That's right. She hears a ping on her laptop. Ding! Guess what? It's an email. Oh, an email, she says. I wonder what that could be. She opens up her email, takes a close look, and what she sees frightens her out of her wits. Esmeralda, you've been selected to be the project manager on a 12-month endeavor. We need you urgently. This is an emergency. We've got no one else except you to man this project in the entire department. It is absolutely critical that we have you as the project manager ASAP. Esmeralda almost spat out her tea. The email continued. This will be a 12-month endeavor. You'll be interfacing with various departments and you'll be reporting to me, Sue, your boss, and then flashbacks of how wild Sue could get when things didn't go right crept into her mind. Then she spat her tea out all over her shirt. But it didn't stop there. You'll also be reporting to Donny, the assistant VP of marketing. She could not believe what she was reading. I'm just an admin, just little old me. How on earth could they give me this to do? Oh my goodness. And she went into fetal position, trying to escape from the email. But then the phone rang. It was her boss again. Esmeralda, did you get the email I just sent you? We need you ASAP on the project. I want you to get everything you need from whatever departments you need and make this stuff happen. We need this software to be implemented ASAP. Oh my gosh, she thought. How on earth am I going to make this happen? How on earth am I going to manage a project? I've never done anything like this in my entire life. Why does this have to happen to me? And then she takes her laptop in shock, puts it on top of her head, and says, I don't even know where to start from. Well, Esmeralda, perhaps you should start cleaning up the tea that you spat out and spilt all over yourself first. Good idea. And there's no point in you rolling anything up in the office. You don't want to lose your job, Esmeralda, so get on with it. Esmeralda gets on with it. She cleans up all the mess, and she begins to think, wait a minute. There's this kind of crazy guy on YouTube called Phill that's always raving and ranting about project management. Perhaps he can help me. And with that, she begins to feel a little bit calmer, knowing that, yeah, perhaps it's not all that bad. There is someone who can help me out. And with that, she gets another cup of tea and looks for Phill on YouTube. Oh, there's his address. There's his phone number. Let me give him a ring and see if he can help me. So Esmeralda calls up Phill. Hey, I hear you can help me in getting my project straight. I've been made a project manager out of the blue, out of nowhere. I really need help. Oh, that's not a problem. I can absolutely give you pointers. What's your name? My name's Esmeralda. I'm pretty much a laid-back admin who has been made a project manager. Don't look at yourself as a laid-back admin who's been made a project manager. Just look at yourself as a project manager that is just being discovered by yourself. Because you've been a project manager pretty much all throughout your life. You just haven't called yourself a project manager. Oh, And with that, it boosted her confidence up several levels. So, where should I start from? Says Esmeralda. You know what? I think a good place to start from, Esmeralda, is to begin to take a look at some of my videos on YouTube. Duh, I have been, Phill. That's how I know you. You don't need to get all smart about it. Take a look at some of my videos, like this one I'm showing you right here. Take a look at that video. It's project management in a nutshell. Go through the video, go through the process groups, what I say about the knowledge areas and stuff like that. You can find my videos all over YouTube. You know what? I think you should actually do a search right there on YouTube. Search for PMBOK Guide. And you might want to go to the PMBOK Guide 6th edition short course that comes out. Click on that. It's a series of videos. I advise that you watch that, Esmeralda. Go to initiating, planning, executing, monitoring and controlling and closing. Watch those, and that will give you some background information that will help you better understand what's coming next. All right, and with that, she hung up the phone and called back a few days later. All right, Mr. Phill, I'm done with those videos. Now what next? Okay, Esmeralda, next, I think we should begin to dig into some of the practicalities of what you watched. I think you should go to a website, tiny.cc/Sigma PMO. What's that? It's a website, said Phill. Take a look. Go to tiny.cc/Sigma PMO and it will take you to this web page. So I'll spell it out, tiny.cc/Sigma PMO. Do it all lowercase and it will take you to this page. All right, I'm there, she replied. Well, scroll down the page, Esmeralda, and go to Charter and Charter Lite. Those are the two documents we're going to start off with. So, as a project manager, it is important that you are on the same page with your sponsor. Sponsor, she said. No one's sponsoring me. Esmeralda, if you watched the first videos I sent you, said Phill, you would have probably realized that your sponsor is someone who is supporting you, backing you, giving you financial resources to get the project underway. Did you catch that? No, she said. Well, you might want to watch my videos again, said Phill, and take a few more notes. All right, let's get on with it, she replied sharply. Hey, remember I'm helping you. You don't need to be so rude, said Phill. Don't tell me what to do, said Esmeralda. Now get on with it. Phill shook his head and went on. Another of those students, he thought. Okay, click on Charter Lite. Esmeralda clicked on Charter Lite, and that opened up a Word doc. What's this? Says Esmeralda. Well, this is a light version of a project charter. Now, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, of course, you know what they do, don't you? Yes, she said. Well, they use these templates and documents to manage projects. Now, these are scalable. You don't have to use every single thing here, but I'm going to show you a few that you can use. Miss Know-It-All, said Phill. Get on with it, Phill, she said. All right. Phill laughed. Take a look. Here's my project charter that I use on various projects. It looks a little bit different here, but the key thing is high-level information. You want to capture high-level information in this document, Esmeralda, okay? And the high-level information that you want to capture are things such as, what is this project about? What is it for? What need is it going to satisfy? And things such as that. Oh, she said. So this is where I get organized in initiating. Exactly. So you did learn something from those videos, said Phill. All right, scroll down and take a look at the breakdown of this document. She scrolled down eagerly. This is becoming interesting, she said. Absolutely. Why do you think I rave and rant like a lunatic? It's because I enjoy this stuff, said Phill. Project and product overview. Justification for your project. The business need. Public health. Business impact. Well, we're not a healthcare company, she quipped. Well, they don't mean you are necessarily a healthcare company. Can you think of any health benefits from this project? Esmeralda heaved a sigh and thought, Oh, she said, you know what? I heard from my boss that this particular software implementation is meant to make life a little bit easier for the marketing folks. There you go, said Phill. I told you, you can find benefits, even health benefits, that people typically don't think about on some projects. So whatever the needs, business needs are, whatever the health benefits, the business impact, the strategic alignment, all that stuff, your boss could definitely help you with that. Oh, Sue, she groaned. Sue, your boss? Don't feel so bad about that. The moment Sue knows you've got all your ducks in a row, she's going to ease off on hounding you down. If that's what she does, I can probably guess from what you said. She does that. Yeah, she kind of hounds me down, and then we've got Donny, the assistant VP, that thinks he is the VP. Drives me nuts, she said. Well, all this documentation is going to help you keep all your ducks in a row, said Phill. So let's keep reading. Then you've got scope broken down, high-level requirements, major deliverables, boundaries, the duration at a high level, the budget at a high level, funding sources. What's your funding source? Oh, it's all from the department, said Esmeralda. There you see. You've got all the information you need, Esmeralda. This is not going to take you that long. In fact, I would time box it and spend 1 to 2 hours, 2 hours at the very most, in putting together a high-level charter. And that's why it's called Charter Light on the CDC website. It's meant to be a light version of the charter. They don't want you to spend 100 hours doing this. So I would advise you, Esmeralda, as soon as you get done with this, show it to your sponsor and make sure you're on the same page. You do remember who sponsor is from my videos, don't you? Yes, she said. Well, great. I think we're off to a great start, Esmeralda. And once you get done with all of this information, as you can see, this breaks it down into bite-sized chunks. Fill in this information, show it to your boss. If possible, get Sue to sign off. And also, guess who's going to be signing off on it? Let me guess, she said. Donny. Exactly, said Phill. Donny should also sign off on this. Remember, he is a stakeholder and we don't want him yelling on his microphone or megaphone or whatever he carries around. Yes, she said. I can see him scaring everyone off, yelling at them on the project. Hey, you're the project manager, remember? Your boss told you. Your boss is your sponsor. You've been given marching orders and authority. I feel so much better, she said. Okay, well, there you go. I've got stuff to do, classes to run, people to speak to, things to do, Esmeralda. I'll see you again later. Thank you, Phill, she said. And with that, off went Esmeralda to fill in all the information in the project charter. Are you a project manager trying to get straight on your projects? Perhaps you've been dunked into the deep end like Esmeralda has. Perhaps you've been given the directive from your boss. Hey, make it happen, make it work. I don't care whatever you call yourself, just give me results. The first step, folks, seriously speaking, is to get organized. You need to get organized by using a project charter. This is a very simple document to understand. Simply fill in the information. It's going to help you discover what exactly your project is about. Remember the key words, high-level information. Don't go overboard making this a 20-page doc. If it needs to be simple, straight to the point, do that. This is not meant to be a plan. It's just discovering what exactly is this all about. And it's going to help your team members better understand what exactly you're working on. So that was episode 1. In episode 2, we'll still be journeying to find out what happens next to Esmeralda as she begins to identify her stakeholders from hell. I'm just kidding. Speak to you later. Thanks for joining and bye for now.